Shalom. Kohalo Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakal Kadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And as you see the title up here, you kind of get an idea of what I'm about to go into. It says up here, man charged in murder after girlfriend found unalived on the I-95. Now, this is in Miami. I got two clips that I'm going to show, but both of them very similar. Both of them is showing you judgment that's coming on to you women here in America, Babylon the Great. And us, the servants and the prophets of the Lord, we've been warning you. We've been warning so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American man, right? Along with the women and the YNs to get right, man. This ain't no time to be playing. Because what you see going out is the Lord's judgment. This is all the Lord right here. Whatever goes down on the earth, the Lord ordained it for a reason. Because you're disobedient, you're hard-headed, you're stiff-necked, you don't want to listen. So therefore, the Lord is going to bring judgment and wrath upon you. Now, you can watch the videos and believe that, what we're saying is not going to hit your front door, or it's not going to catch up to you. But it very well, is, man. And, going in on the topics of this video, we've been telling you women especially, man, because you women are out of order. You're not in your right, position. You don't want to get in your right position, right? Which is under a man. I didn't say it. The Lord said it. You could take it personal, but it's what the Lord says. And the Lord don't give a damn if you take it personal. You can't do nothing against him. So it would be in your best interest to get right, man, because we at the end. And there's going to be a lot of judgment, man. We near the Passover. And during the Passover, there's a lot of judgment from the Lord, man, that's on the earth. That's going to cover the earth. Don't let it be you, man. So let's play this. Yahweh Shemel Shah, willing to elect be edified. Shalom.
Up in a story you'll see only on CBS News Miami, a mother overcome with grief, holding the remains of her daughter, whose naked body was found on the side of I-95 in Miami-Dade.
Tonight, she may be one step closer to justice. Good evening. I'm Lauren Pastrana.
And I'm Elliot Rodriguez. CBS News Miami's Anna McAllister joins us with the exclusive interview from the Broward County Jail where that suspect is being held.
The victim's mother is living her life with a broken heart. She says that the suspect in her daughter's case said that her daughter jumped out of his moving car on her own, but the arrest warrant paints a very different picture. Maria Benitez clutches this pink urn tightly. Inside are the remains of her daughter, 22-year-old Naomi Sedadini. There's not one day that goes by that I don't have my daughter present. Sedadini was found naked and dead on the side of I-95 and Ives Dairy Road the morning of December 7th. Her boyfriend, 29-year-old Laurent Jr. Peon, a convicted felon, previously told law enforcement that the two had gotten into an argument and that she jumped out of his car and was hit by another vehicle. Benitez says Peon was on FaceTime with her daughter's father, showing him her belongings after the incident.
Le mostró al papá el celular de mi hija.
He showed my daughter's father my daughter's cell phone, her Apple Watch, and her purse. He had her belongings at his sister's house. According to Peon's arrest warrant, a witness who works for FDOT described what he saw on their traffic camera that morning, stating the subject continued punching the victim and at one point forcefully dragged the victim away from where the black SUV was parked and towards the I-95 lanes of traffic. The witness went on to say the victim crawled back to the emergency shoulder. The subject punched punched the victim and dragged her back to the far right lane in the path of oncoming traffic. The arrest warrant says the suspect continued punching the victim, and when he released her, she was struck by another car. It also states that blood was found on the outside and the inside of Peon's car. Peon was later arrested for failing to stop at the scene of an accident and aggravated fleeing, but only now, nearly 3 months later, he's been charged with second-degree murder in her death.
Ya ahora lo que hay que pedir es justicia y que le caiga todo el peso del...
And you know, these are the types of dudes. Let's go back to this nigga. Right? These types of niggas right here. These bugged out ass niggas right here. These are the type of dudes that a lot of these women here in today's age, this is what they like, man. They don't like the plain the plain old 9 to 5, you know, work and come home type dude. They want to rush. You know, they want some toxicity in their relationship, man. And these the type of niggas that give it to them. And then when the toxicity gets out of hand and they can't deal with it, you know, now they want to back out. And this dude is a complete demon right here, man. Now, I'm not taking up for her because she the one made this choice. You know, she knew how he was. She knew how he was, man. She knew he was probably putting hands on her. You know, the family, they probably came around the family a couple of times, and you know, she was quiet and he was talkative, and you know, the signs were there. But you know, you women, you want credit for everything, man. You know, you want credit for, you know, raising your kids and I'm a good mother, and that may be true. But why are there so many single women out here, man? You don't want to take credit for that, for choosing these types of niggas right here? You know, because a lot of these niggas be jailbirds and you know, criminals and you know, all types of stuff, man. They got going on. They ain't got nothing. They not plain dudes, man. That y'all consider boring. They're not those type of dudes. Because what? When women get those type of dudes, them brothers that work hard, blue collar dudes, they treat them like trash, man. These are the type of niggas they want right here. So you get what you want, man. And they said, and he said that you know, well, he was charged now, but at the time he said, yeah, they had an argument and she jumped out the car. But wait, dude, how'd she jump out the car? You know, end up when they found her, she was naked. You know? Now, once again, I'm not dismissing the fact that this woman, this is who she chose, but come on, man. There's all types of niggas out here, and you got dudes out here worse than this dude, and these women are with him. So this was her judgment. This what you looking at on the screen was her judgment, and she ain't innocent. The mother can, you know, be in tears and cry, and yeah, I understand that's her daughter, but the Lord set this up for a reason, man. The Lord had this happen for a reason. Right? Because what does the scripture say? This is Job chapter 4. Right? Job chapter 4 and verse 7. It says, remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent. Right? Whoever perished being innocent. So this woman, she wasn't innocent. Her hands wasn't squeaky clean. Her track record wasn't squeaky clean. This probably not her first rodeo with a nigga like this. Right? unknown felon. This is the type of niggas that she picked. So she wasn't squeaky clean. It says, oh, where were the righteous cut off, man? If this woman would have been, you know, a woman that was even considered to be righteous, she wouldn't have ended up with this dude, man. She would have had her a regular dude, so to speak, a man that go to work, come home to her, you know, love her, things of that sort. But they don't want that, man. Right? You see her. Let's get her up there. Right? You see her. This is, you know, hey, you can't judge off appearance, but you judge off of the people, you know, that certain people pair themselves with, because the Lord said what? A man shall cleave to his like. So if a woman is toxic, she gonna get her a toxic dude. If a woman is argumentative, she gonna get her an argumentative dude. If a woman likes to put hands on people, she's gonna get her a dude that's gonna do the same to her. The Lord, hey, the Lord gives you what you put out. Right? Verse 8, it says, even Job 4:8, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity, meaning sin, and sow wickedness, reap the same. So what you put out, you get back. So her mom can be in tears up there and cry and, you know, say, oh, my baby, my baby. Yeah, that's your baby, but you don't know what your baby was out here doing. The Lord knows, though. And this is why this all took place, man. So let's continue.
Ya ahora lo que hay que pedir es justicia y que le caiga todo el peso de la ley.
Now what I have to ask for is justice, and that all the force of the law will fall on him. I know that's not going to bring my daughter back, but at least she'll rest easier. She's not going to rest. He has to pay. And according to the arrest warrant, this couple got into a physical altercation in Miami Beach back in August, and a protective order was issued, and Peon is expected to be transferred back to Miami-Dade. But for now, reporting from the Broward County Jail, Anna McAllister, CBS News, Miami.
Now, you know, if she had a protective order against him, why was they still together? Right? Because a lot of these women, man, they do things for in a moment's time. You know, they may have a fight and she may not be able to get control of the situation. So what? She'll go down to the precinct, file a protection order or whatever. And then, you know, a week go by, she start missing the dude. And then they start dealing with each other again. You know? Because a lot of these women are very unstable, man. A lot of them, man. They don't know whether they coming or going. They don't know whether to go right or left. You know? So that was in, you know, Miami. Now you got another one in the Bronx. And it said boyfriend charged in death of NYC woman found in suitcase, man. So there's a lot of judgment going out on these women, man, because they're making bad decisions. They in that, you know, free. I want to be free. I want to enjoy my life. I want to, you know, do my thing. I got a lot to live for. I got a lot of things to accomplish type spirit, man. When what they should have been doing is, for one, finding the man of the Lord, a man that's spiritual, in the right mind state, and get up under him, man, and be led by him. But these women, they rather be led on some fucking, you know, Bonnie and Clyde type relationship, man. They wanna I don't know which one was Bonnie and which one was Clyde, but they want that Clyde spirit. They want to be Bonnie and they want a Clyde, man. So they hey, they don't know what the end is. The end game is, man. And a lot of the times it ends up in bloodshed, right? But let's get this real quick. But you know, a lot of this is gonna happen a lot, man, in these last days. Right? This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And that's what you see, man. The love of many waxing cold. Women being pretty much thrown out. I think she was thrown out the car. That incident between, that woman and dude in Miami. I believe that he threw her out the car, man. I don't believe she jumped out the car. But it is what it is. It's neither here nor there. I mean, she got judged, then he got judged. So the Lord got 2 for 1. But this is what's gonna take place in the last days, man. The love of many is gonna wax cold. So who you once loved and who once loved you is gonna turn into complete hatred, man. And sometimes that hatred is gonna result in death. Right, so let's get that again. Matthew 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, meaning sin shall increase, right? Evil shall increase. It said the love of many shall wax cold, man. Right? So let's check this one out.
Eso es lo que tú eres, un perro, un animal, un monstruo. Que solo Dios y yo sabemos, los malditos.
And notice they are both from the Northern Kingdom, right? Both so-called Latino women and so-called Latino men. And it's been a stereotype that I could be wrong, but it's just a stereotype that's out there where it's been said. I've been hearing this even since I was little, that so-called Latino men, they love to pretty much beat on, not all, but the majority of them. Salakia, the majority of them, they like to beat on women, man. And the women too. So I could be wrong on that. And I didn't say all, I said the majority. Or it could be even half. But that's always been thrown out there, even since I was a little man coming up. Because all, I grew up around was, so-called Latinos and Negroes, mainly the tribe of Ephraim, and Simeon, which are the so-called Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. So it's been told, but here we go.
They called him a monster, the devil, and a dog. The emotional scene Friday night outside the 4-6 precinct in the Bronx as Junior Perez Diaz was charged with the kidnapping and murder of his ex-girlfriend. Meanwhile, the cries for justice for Pamela Alcantara echo just a few blocks away on Morris Avenue. The victim's family gathering for a prayer vigil outside the apartment building where she last lived with Perez Diaz.
Junior Perez was charged, and so our prayers have been answered. Our prayers have been answered.
Police say he killed the woman and then dumped her body along the Sawmill River Parkway. Investigators locating her remains inside this red suitcase in Yonkers Thursday morning.
Ninguna madre sufra.
I don't want no mother to suffer what I'm living through today.
Her mother rushing to New York from the Dominican Republic, trying in vain to find her. Alcantara was last seen FaceTiming her while entering her elevator Sunday morning. But the devout Christian never made it to church. Sources say detectives asked Perez Diaz where Alcantara was, and he told them she left in her pajamas carrying a big red suitcase. They later discovered video showing him allegedly wheeling her body out of the building in that suitcase and into his car.
She was afraid to say, I'm getting hurt.
The victim's aunt believes Alcantara suffered in silence from her abuser, but was set to move out.
She never complaining about it. She was so quiet. She hid it inside.
Si no le ponemos un paro, ella no va.
And that's what it be, man. Right? These women be getting, physically, abused, and they don't say nothing to their family, man. But, the family, they pretty much, they got, like I said in the last story, they get around the family start asking questions, things start getting uncomfortable, and everything gets quiet. She gets quiet, he gets quiet, whatever, whatever. You know, and look at this. Like, she's pretty much well, I don't know if this is an actual photo. Well, it's probably an actual photo. I don't know if she was singing in the church or she was a bishop or something. But you have a lot of that, with women being in the pulpit, which is off. But it all goes back to the judgment of the Lord, man. And like they said, man, she wouldn't say nothing. She didn't cry about it. She just, whatever.
Or suffered in silence from her abuser, but was set to move out.
She never complaining about it. She was so quiet. She hid it inside.
Si no le ponemos un paro, ella no va a ser una, van a seguir haciendo más niñas.
If they don't put a stop to this, it's not only going to be my daughter that's going to die because of domestic violence, but many others will.
Law enforcement sources tell me that no domestic violence reports were ever filed by the victim. As for the suspect, he has 2 prior drug arrests, we are told, and is now waiting his arraignment at court.
Look at that, man. Insane. Insane, man. She was getting beat. Let's get another picture. She was getting beat, but she wouldn't say nothing, man. It was a domestic violence, a domestic dispute. She wouldn't go down to the precinct or nothing, man. Both similar cases, like the woman in the first video, in the first clip, man. She would get hit, she would get beat, and she actually went down to the precinct and got a police report, but they still wound up being together. This one didn't. She was still with the dude, wouldn't tell family. Why? Because, she loved him. She loved him. Well, people have a misconception of love, man. That's why you got to love according to the Bible, man. You got to love a person according to the scriptures, according to the commandments. So let's get this. This is Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 34. It says, for jealousy is the rage of a man. So both of these dudes, the first clip and this clip, they were more than likely jealous as hell, man. Attractive women like that, they probably had an issue with them going out and doing things and stuff like that. This one was from the Dominican Republic, right? You know how they get down. There'd be a lot of them in the group. They go out. They do a lot of things in the family too. But Proverbs chapter 6, verse 34. It says, for jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore, he will not spare in the day of vengeance, man. This dude, they say he had a issue with drugs. So he had demons on him anyway. Right? And like I read in the beginning, nobody ever perished being innocent. If these women were innocent in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, this would not have happened to them, man. So they're not innocent. They're not innocent either. Verse 35. He will not regard a ransom. Yeah, they probably, was trying to fix it. They probably was trying to, appease him, try to do what he say to stay, from getting hands put on him. Right? It says, he will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts, man. Yeah, they probably did everything to his liking, but yet he still had that demon on him to where, hey, he gonna just remain doing what he was doing, man, putting hands on you, choking you out, disrespecting you, telling you you can't be around your family, right? All types of things, man. So, hey, like I said, I wasn't there. I'm just going off of what the Lord said or what the Lord put on my spirit to put out. And that's what it is, man. ex-boyfriend charged in the killing of 26-year-old Bronx woman, man. And we're gonna close out with this. This is First Esdras, the book of First Esdras, chapter 3, Salakia, chapter 4, and verse 37. It says, wine is wicked, the king is wicked, women are wicked, all the children of men are wicked, and such are all their wicked works. And there is no truth in them. In their unrighteousness also they shall perish. So it's clear that, there was some unrighteousness going on both parts, right? Because the Lord broke it down. He said, women are wicked, all the children of men are wicked. But how do you come out of that, man? You come back to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, man, and in order. You women, you have a order and a way you're supposed to conduct yourself and do things. So does men. And when you go outside of that, this is what you get, man, judgment. So, I just wanted to touch on this. It was longer than I expected it. I mean, it's longer than I intended it to be. But it's all through the Spirit. Kohalo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakah Kadash, for blessing me with the Spirit to do this lesson. To the next lesson. Shalom.